What's up, guys? Welcome to another video here on Reload Crypto. Today we're going to be talking about some things in regards to the general crypto markets, Bitcoin overarchingly, but the markets in general. And I want to touch on a topic that I think doesn't get enough attention from most other commentators and creators. And if it does, it gets what seems to be biased attention. So we're gonna hop in today. I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. Drop a comment below, subscribe to the channel, join me on this journey together. Let's make 2025 a year to remember. So we're gonna start today talking about some news articles, right? We're here. It's the 11th of May right now when I'm recording, and it's about 5:30 in the morning. Been up all night. But we're going to look at some news articles, and I just want to kind of set the stage with what I'm going to go over here with you now. So we're going to go to this first article here titled Bitcoin is in a bore you to death phase, but the bottom could be close, analysts say. So as we all know, Bitcoin kind of had this big run up right before the halving, set a new all-time high. Everybody was all excited. Everybody was all, talking about Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. It was in the news media again. But this kind of seemed very short-lived, right? And now if you go on Twitter, if you go on some of these different crypto circles, you're going to hear people talking about, oh, it's over. It was. They'll say all sorts of different reasons. They'll give news stories, the wars, and whatever global macro conditions that they want to claim are the reason that it's over. The bull run's done, short-lived, we're all wrapped up. But I just want to focus on, the large amount of articles that that last one there was not exactly full-blown what these next few are going to be. But here we go. Bitcoin's modest rally cut short. Price tumbles back below 61K. Another article just being critical of the price action recently on Bitcoin. Price is going down. And they just don't want to let that go. Bitcoin still lacks the $60,000 support as BTC price nears $100 million liquidity zone. So this is another one about Bitcoin. I mean, obviously there's some arguments to be made about pools of liquidity, whatever else, technical analysis. We could get into that, but the point is not that. That's not what the point I'm trying to make here is, if you see, it's just article after article after article talking about the price going down, the price going down, the price going down. This is a article that I was going to say for the end, actually, but I must have ordered them incorrectly here. ARK and 21 shares, which is the ARK Invest Kathy Woods fund, has dropped their staking plan from the Ethereum ETF that they had filed. So some people were saying that basically it's a wrap for these Ethereum ETFs, and I think something like this kind of begs the question again, what's going on there? And I'm sorry to jump from topic to topic here, but since this article was in the wrong order, we're just going to touch on this because this may play into what we're talking about. So we got 17 days left, I believe, or 12 days left until we hear from the SEC on approval or denial of the spot Ethereum ETFs. Most of these ETF filers originally had in their ETFs that there was going to be staked Ethereum ETFs. Now, we all know that wasn't going to happen. Most people were speculating that at some point we would see them, if there was back and forth going on with the SEC, we would see them remove the staking portion from the ETF filing. So interesting that we see this. There's no comment from the SEC. There's no comment from anybody saying that the SEC told them to do this, but the possibility does exist that the SEC did. And if that's the case, imagine what a spot ETF or spot Ethereum ETF approval would do for the crypto markets as a whole. But moving on from that, next article here, Bitcoin price flash crashes raise the chance of a dip to 54K. This article came out 13 hours ago. So look at this move. I mean, we went from 62.2 to 60. So what, 3%? That's nothing. It's we were just at this price, a week ago? Um, so we see article and article after article talking about this, and then one article, this was yesterday, or 2 days ago rather, um, where they're talking about a reversal, and the charts were looking like a little bit of reversal there, but you see how quickly this is thrown away. Now, I'm going to pull up the chart here, and apologize for all the clutter here on the chart, but I do think that this will make a good visual point, and that's why it's there. So if we look at the daily chart, we had this big move up from 40K. Basically went in almost a straight line up to 74K, basically. And since that time, we have been trending down, and it's pitched down. We are in a descending channel. Now, 9 times out of 10, descending channels break to the upside. So what is all this that I've been leading up to, I guess? What is my point? My point is, in these markets and financial markets in general, the contrarian mindset is typically the mindset of the winner. So if the entire market is in agreement that something is going to happen, chances are it's not going to happen. Chances are, if you were around in the last cycle, and even if you weren't, you may remember, or you may have heard people talking about how everyone was calling $100,000 Bitcoin, $100,000 Bitcoin, $100,000 Bitcoin. And where did we stop? Wasn't it $100,000? It wasn't even close to $100,000. Peaked out at around 69K. So what is that? 30% lower? And that's 30% coming down. Would have been more than 30% to go up. So just something to consider here. I mean, we are consolidating in a not much of a move to the downside here. About a 25% move down, or a 25% move up, I apologize. About 20% move down from, close to close on the top to bottom of this move. This is regular. I mean, that's actually a less than to be expected move. Typically it's around 30%. And on a chart at one point I had marked out that I could see a move to around 54K, 53K, 53.5. And I did believe at one point that was possible. But at this point, right down here in this range. But at this point, it's looking like if everybody thinks that we're just going to go down from here, we're going down to 50K, we're going down to 50K, we're going down to 30K. That's what everybody keeps saying now. You've seen it everywhere. It's on Twitter. It's on the news. They're just beating that drum left and right. Meanwhile, we've been going sideways here, consolidating for about 2 months. The end of this week, when we close this week here, in about, a day and a half, that'll be 8 weeks of sideways price action and trending down price action, matter of fact. And during this time period here, we've come down just now and we've wicked below the 13 EMA. Now, we are in a parabolic move. We've been above the 13 EMA since the middle of October. We've wicked beneath it, of course, as to be expected. But we haven't closed a weekly candle beneath the 13 EMA since October 16th, when we broke above it. This week will be a strong indicator of what happens next. And I personally believe that we will be closing above this 13 EMA, which is currently at $61,343. Obviously, it's going to fluctuate a little bit as price fluctuates. I believe we'll close above that. And I believe that the next week will be a push up to test the top of this channel here. Or at least to test the resistance at 73.8. So don't let the fear of the market, don't let the popular narrative sucker you in and change the way that you look at things. Dollar cost average, take advantage of the lower prices. Don't sell yourself short by saying, oh, we're going to drop to 50K, we're going to drop to 30K. And if we do, you should still have cash on the side. When I say dollar cost average, I'm not, well, first of all, it's not financial advice. But second of all, I'm not saying dump everything you have into the market straight away. I'm just saying take advantage of these lower prices. That's what I'm doing anyway. Dollar cost averaging into some of my positions, taking advantage of the good prices on the ones that are good prices, because not all of them are. Some of these altcoins have held up very well, very well. And others still aren't quite at a price that I think is good for a buy zone yet. Maybe they fall, maybe they don't. If they don't, I'm holding enough that I'll be okay. There's always another opportunity to make more money. But that being said, consider this position. That's all. If the market is all in agreement that something's going to happen, 9 times out of 10, that ain't going to happen. Contrarian mindset, that's what's going to get you somewhere. And you got to catch yourself. If everybody's saying one thing, tell yourself, wait. If everybody's saying, well, then prepare yourself for the possibility that they're going to be wrong. Because oftentimes that's how it goes. Much love to you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below the video. I love doing these here with you guys. I love doing these videos, and I'm getting more and more used to it. I need to do it more often. But I love talking about crypto. I love sharing my thoughts and viewpoints on this market. And I hope that you can learn something from this. So if you did learn something, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, join me on this journey together. 2025 is going to be a big year for all of us. And with the collective mind power of a community, you put yourself in a way better position to succeed than if you try to do it by yourself. Have a great rest of your week. Take care.